Hey, Determined Destiny family, it's Coach Kevin coming back at you with another video. So I've been putting in a little work and I'm ready to launch a series that is going to be directly connected to us moving forward, with everything that life has for us and being able to embrace that and work towards that and ensure that what life has for us is exactly what we get out of life. So this message today is about embracing the struggle, embracing change, and embracing your destiny. Follow us on Facebook at Determined Destiny. Check out the website, determineddestiny.org, where you can get the contact information, reach out to me, and I'll connect you with either myself or a coach if that's what you need for your young man to be more determined about his destiny. So let's talk about this today, embracing the struggle. So I heard a story about 2 weeks ago of two young men who were on a football team, and they were about a grade apart. And one young man got a scholarship to this team and was playing ball and doing really well, and things were really looking good for him. And then the following year, his friend got a scholarship for the same football team. And these were out-of-state teams. And so these two young men were off and doing good and playing ball, and their destiny was getting closer and closer for them. And then there was a turn. One of the young men came back home and was at a party and ended up losing his life at that party. And there's no explanation for it. There's no explanation for you being on track and headed towards your destiny, and then everything just stops. And that's when the people left behind have to embrace the struggle. Embrace the struggle that what you saw in front of you just didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense. And that's not even like the end of the story. So then the young man that was still at school is playing ball and having a decent year and started to wear his friend's number in memory of his friend. And then he gets killed in a senseless shooting. And his destiny is cut short. And it just doesn't make sense. And so the people left behind have to embrace that struggle. And embracing that struggle doesn't mean that, you look at it from afar or like, I see it and I accept it. That's one thing. I see it and I accept it. But the other thing is to embrace it. And to embrace it means that you pull it close to you. When you pull something close to you, then you're able to feel what it really is about. And only then can you move on from it, when you embrace the struggle. So let me make the correlation here. So in life, there's going to be times when things are very difficult for us and we do not understand what's going on. It just doesn't make sense. And that's when I want to encourage you, if you're going to reach your destiny, if you're going to do anything because you're still breathing, you got to embrace that struggle. You got to pull that struggle in close to you so that you can feel the heartbeat of that struggle. You can hear the breath of that struggle. You internalize that struggle so that you can then begin to establish some peace with that struggle. As it gets closer to you, you'll begin to figure out how to make sense of it and how to move forward through that struggle. Because if you don't embrace it and bring it in close and you keep it far away, you never truly deal with that struggle. So I want to encourage you, if you're going to work with your young man, or if you are the young man watching this video and you're going to move past these difficult times that life throws at us, you got to embrace that struggle and pull that struggle in close and understand what that struggle is trying to teach you so that you can get closer to your destiny. Now let's talk about embracing the change, because life is ever changing and there's always going to be something that's different. from one day to the next, the one thing that we can count on is change. And we've got to be able to embrace that change in order to succeed in spite of that change. And that's what we're trying to do. Succeed in life, whatever success is. You get to define success for yourself. We all get to define success for ourselves. But if we don't embrace change, then we'll never reach that success. If you don't understand and realize the person you are to be today is not the same person that you were yesterday, because you embrace that change. When you embrace that change, you say, I'm evolving as my world evolves. So you do things differently. You can't hang out with the same people that you've always hung out with if you're going to reach your destiny, because some people weren't made to get to that point with you. They were just made to be in your life for that season. And as you transfer and take steps to get closer to your destiny, you embrace the change that I am no longer allowed to do the things that I used to do because more is expected of me to reach my destiny. When you embrace the change, you understand that your mind has to grow. You know, they say knowledge is power. And I agree with that. When that knowledge is used in a way that allows you to benefit. Knowledge is only power if it's used appropriately. Just the sake of having knowledge is one thing, but you have to use that knowledge appropriately. You have to embrace the change, gain knowledge, and use it appropriately. And embracing that change, you pull that change in closer. You realize what's going on with you. You know, my body is growing. I'm getting bigger. I'm getting faster. I'm getting stronger. I'm embracing that change. Now let me do something with it. Or I'm studying more, so I'm learning more. I'm getting to be more equipped to do the things that I want to do. Let me embrace that change and start doing more. Start doing more. Or you understand that I'm getting older, and all the immature behaviors that I used to have, I can't continue to have, young man. Because as you transition from a boy to a man, certain things don't go with you. You have to embrace that change. You can't spend 3, 4, 5 hours on the video game if you want to reach your destiny. You got to put that thing down and continue to work towards what your true destiny is. You can't spend 2, 3, 4 hours a week out hanging out with the boys. You got to embrace the change that's taking place and be willing to put in the work. And then a lot of our young men are in that phase now where you're a junior and senior in high school and you're starting to think about college and what college is going to be able to offer for you. You got to begin to embrace the change of the work ethic that it takes to be successful in college. Or you're wondering, how am I going to pay for college? Mama and daddy used to take care of me, or mama and grandma used to take care of me, or aunt and uncle used to take care of me. But it's time for me to put myself in a position, embrace the change for me to be able to take care of myself. So I've got to do some things intentionally to embrace that change. You know, we talk about habits all the time with Determined Destiny because our life is determined by our habits. And as we continue to grow, you got to embrace new habits, embrace the change. It's okay to get up at 5 a.m. and get your day started to get things done. That's what you got to do. We all get 24. We get the same 24. We got to embrace it and do something with it. Now I want to talk about embracing your destiny and being able to grab hold of that destiny and pull it closer to you. And so as we get older and we begin to get the idea of what our life is going to be about, you have to embrace that thing and allow your every waking moment to take you closer to that destiny. You have to be willing to embrace your destiny and allow your minutes in the day to be reflective of your understanding of your destiny. So if your destiny is to be a musician, then you know that throughout the day, Everything that you do, you're going to be looking for opportunities to enhance your skill and your craft and to get better. That's embracing your destiny. If your destiny is to become a lawyer, doctor, or architect, or engineer, then you know you got to spend your time in the books. You got to put in 30, 45, an hour more in the books than everybody else, because that's what it looks like to embrace your destiny. If your destiny is to be a college athlete or a varsity player on your high school team, then you've got to embrace the challenges of the workout. You've got to embrace the fact that you've got to take care of your body a lot better than others, because not everybody's destiny is the same as yours. So you've got to do some things differently. Hey, I'm talking about being able to embrace the struggle, embrace the change, and embrace your destiny. And if we can't embrace it, pull it in close to us and hear the heartbeat of that thing. Hear the breath of that thing. Feel the closeness of that thing. Then it can never be used to help us grow. Hey, I'm Coach Kevin. We're talking about embracing. And over the next couple of videos, we will continue to work through the struggles that we're facing and take care of ourselves emotionally, take care of others socially, be more self-aware, and do more self-reflection on what it takes to get closer to our destiny. Hang in here with us. It's going to get good, and I hope that you continue to grow. Put some messages down in the chat. Let me know what you think. Let's converse on this. Have a great, great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care.